Hi, thanks for joining me on Wilderness with the Monty. Today I'm going to be fishing at Z Lake in the Hoover Wilderness. And I'm going to be fishing a nymph. And I'm going to start with a little pheasant tail nymph that doesn't have a bead head on it. And I can already see fish cruising and feeding on the surface. I'm going to go ahead and start with a leader that's shorter, a 4-pound fluorocarbon leader tied to my floating line. And it's only about 7 feet long. I'm probably going to shorten it to 6 feet. Because when I'm sight fishing, I prefer to have a shorter leader so I can have better precision and drop my fly right where I want to when I see fish cruising or when I see fish sitting right on the bank. So I have my spinning rod with a tube jig because sometimes the bigger brookies will be sitting on the bottom where there's silt. And there's a lot of silt, so I'm going to be looking at that pattern as well. This lake is really separated by geologic features like just rocks. It's called Z Lake because it's shaped like that, and in between there's rocks, and you'll see as I go around, there's no easy way around this lake. So it's starting to get windy. Let's see if we can't get some of these cruising trout while I can still have glassy water and make some precision casts with this. If it gets windy, then I might switch to a larger bead head or something that I could strip and get the fish to chase it that way. But for now, let's go with what we got. Shorter leader, pheasant tail nymph, no bead head, sight fishing. That's the formula. Let's see if we can execute. So right when I came here, yeah, I can see there's several fish cruising down there. They're not very big, but there's several trout cruising. And there's that silty bottom I was talking about. But just because I can see fish cruising, I can't overlook the shoreline. Because if I overlook the shoreline, then I'm going to miss the opportunity of the bigger fish sitting right on the rocks. There's one out there in about a foot of water. If you watch my fish rescue video, I let those trout go over here, but this is another one. And there's a couple of them, and they're way out there. I'm gonna see if I can reach them. Oh, they're not going. They're too far. They're out of range. Let's see if I can get them out there. Oh. He's going for it. He's going for it. He's got it. Oh! Oh, I missed him. He had it. He had it. There he is. Oh! Oh! There's a bunch of them out there. And they're going crazy. They're breaking the surface on that thing. They're breaking the surface on my fly. I don't know if they're hitting it, though. Because they're breaking the surface on it, but I'm not able to set the hook, which tells me they're probably stopping a little short. Let's see if this guy over here will do a go. There's one over here. There, he went. Oh, I just missed him. I'm fishing barbless, of course. Ah! Why can't I set the hook? I missed like 6 hits. I'm trying to fish by sight, but I really can't see them. I'm setting the hook when they're breaking the surface. There, I got that one. I finally got one on the hook. I was trying to set the hook when they were breaking the water. And because I'm fishing a nymph, there's a little bit of a delay. And I know, and even in the video, you can see the fish breaking the surface on this thing. So obviously my choice of fly is okay. There we go, barbless fly came right out. And I'm fishing really small nymphs, but they're barbless. Because even with the small nymphs, it'll tear these fish to pieces if you're looking to let them go like I am. This is smaller than all the fish I just rescued in that rescue clip I just shot in the pond down there. But this guy is frisky. Get my hand wet. Let's take a look. Nice little brookie. Get him in the water. There he goes. And there's a bunch of them cruising in this really shallow water, but they were so far away I couldn't really see if they had my fly or not. I was going by when I'd see them break the surface and I kept missing them. I missed like what, 5 or 6 hook sets right there to get that one fish. But we're on the board and that was instant action. Minutes in. All right, a few more while I was getting my line untangled. Just moved back into the zone. And they're feeding aggressively on something on the surface. Oh, they kind of know my fly now. They know my fly. They're hip to my scheme. I don't think they're gonna go. There he goes. There he goes. He went for it. He came off. Good. I didn't want to deal with him. But my circus is known over there. I'm like a 2-bit magician that goes on the road. The people in this town, they know my magic trick secrets. If I try to sell them anymore, I might end up getting tarred and feathered. So right over here, here's the first fish I saw when I got here. And I got this high ground to use as cover. And it's like looking at them in a fish tank. I don't know if you can see them. There's like 4 fish just swimming around and they're sipping the surface. And I don't even carry dry flies, I fish nymphs. When I see fish feeding on the surface, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll put on a nymph, doesn't have a bead head, that isn't gonna be that far under the surface. A lot of times I can make that work. And as long as I can make it work, that's all I care about. These guys aren't going for it like they were in the shallow water though. Shallow water, they're really aggressive. This deeper stuff, they seem to be a little wiser. Plus, I've been standing over them and screaming for a while too. And now I'm scaring everything away. The ones that are close know about me, but the ones that are far, I can still throw my fly way out there and they'll still go for it. Like that guy. That guy was all the way on the other side and he was cruising in the shallow water. I threw my fly up there and it was like, bingo! L26, bingo! I always have fun. Sight fishing, I don't even care if they're small. This is like the funnest fishing for me when I can see them and I can target them and I got the short leader going and I'm fishing nymphs even though they're feeding on the surface. There he is. These are that really colorful, beautiful brookies. I think there's some nicer ones in this in here though. I'm gonna go find another spot. I'm seeing these fish in this little area and I'm just attacking them. So let's explore the lake a little bit. There is beautiful colors on that brook trout. If you're gonna file the barbs off your small flies like I do, you can get flies that are barbless. But I just buy cheaper flies and they got barbs. If you're gonna file them off, those needle file kits I order off Amazon, they have tons of different shapes and sizes. Even with the really small flies, you can get the small round one that'll fit right in there and you just go zip, 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 zip. And if you do it more than that, the whole hook will file off. So you gotta be really careful. I don't know if I can get him to come up for this fly, but I'm gonna try. I'm on my knees right now. And I think I might have missed my chance. I might have missed my chance. There he is. Oh, they're stopping a little shy. He's coming up and getting my fly, and then they're stopping short. The wind's coming up, but I can see fish crossing still. And this little bush right here is good cover. My fly's falling apart. I should really change it. But I'm lazy, you see. he goes for it. Oh, they're not digging my fly. It's got all kinds of ratty things hanging off of it. Oh, they're going up for it and then they're turning away. I gotta try another fly. They seem to be going for it and then they stop a little short. Oh, they're stopping just shy. They look like they're gonna go, but then they don't. Oh, there he goes. I might have to start putting some action on my fly. I think I'm gonna go to a bead head, something I can fish faster. Come on, buddy. Well, you know, these are decent brookies. They're not, they're not big, but they're really colorful and they're feisty. There we go. Beautiful colors of the brook trout. Get him back in the water. There he goes. If you're someone that's that's never fly fishing and wants to learn, you can order a $50 backpacking fly rod on, Amazon, Bass Pro Shop, something like that, and then watch my clip, want to try fly fishing, here's just enough to know. And you could come up to a lake like this with tons of brook trout, and you could really get your practice in on setting the hook, catching fish, and you could just have a really fun time. Take the kids out, get yourselves a couple of those fly rods, get a couple nymphs, use a short leader, and voila, you're into some serious action. I know from last time, it's only like 40 feet across from that rock to the other side. But to get to right there, you gotta hike all the way around this lake, and then there's this treacherous canyon with a cliff over there. It's like a half mile to hike around the lake and go all the way around, all the way back there, and then you got to get across another canal over there to reach this that's right there that I can throw a rock and hit. So I don't know if I'm going to ever make it to that point. So straight across there is the rock I started on. I want to stay away from those fish because those fish already know my deal. They've already seen my medicine show. They know the elixir that I'm selling doesn't amount to much more than snake oil and cures nothing. When I don't see anything right away, I put a little action on it, and a lot of times that's enough to get them to go. There we go. That's a little guy. Please fall off, dude. I don't want to deal with you. Fishing barbless for a reason. Fall off, fall off. Man, look at all that ice up there. It's the end of August, but there's a lot. If you're standing next to that, that's a huge mass. And that's going to be seeping water down, keeping these little creeks and stuff, keeping these lakes fed, and all those lakes above Steelhead Lake fed. Keeping them strong until next year for sure. Now I know why they're getting shy. My fly is falling apart. And I'm gonna have to give this thing a haircut. Alright, I just trimmed that fly up. Let's see if they're still gonna be turning it away like they were. Let's see what we got. Oh man, I pulled it right away from him. Ooh, they're hitting it now. I got all those loose hairs off that thing, and they're going. They're going for it. All right, let's get out and get this guy. I pretty much spooked the spot, so I have to move on anyway. You go, nice little brookie. Get him back in. And it's coming unraveled again, but I just take my nail clippers and trim those hairs off and it seems to work. Pretty much hooking fish at will. I've already caught probably 15 in like the first half an hour. And I wasn't going to show this one, but this is one of the better fish. So this is almost as big as the ones I rescued. There you go. Beautiful brookie. Beautiful colors. Nice looking fish. Other way, dude. There you go. There he goes. God, this water is so clear. Just trimming up my fly. I saw there's a decent one that's kind of aggressive over here. He's cruising the shallows. See if he sees my fly. He's going for it. He's going for it. Oh, he turned away. He turned away. He might be one of the ones I already caught. So many fish cruising. Oops. Sorry, dude. I got him up on dry land. I thought there was more water than there was. Sorry, buddy. There you go. Nice little brookie. Fish is good as ever, though. Nothing's wrong with him. Oh, that's a nice one. That's a nice one right there. He's swimming by right there. Right there. Oh. Ooh, there's some good ones in here. Look at that. He came right up and grabbed that. They're swimming right, I mean, there's like 10 fish swimming around right under me. This is literally just fish in a barrel. There you go. That's a good brookie right there. He's fat. Good fat little brookie. Whew, there he goes. Every time, never fails. As soon as I turn the camera off, one swims right up and grabs it. This is a cool little canyon section, though. There's just tons of brookies just swimming back and forth in that deep section. And this guy's not bad. There he goes. Probably one of the better brookies of the day. Not bad. Whew, there he goes. I'm just standing up on this high point, and I'm hooking one fish after another, and then I'm only turning the camera on if they seem like they're decent. I'm just standing right here up on this perch. To wrap it up, I can catch all of those little brookies that I wanted to. I switched to this little beadhead pheasant tail that's now falling apart. They weren't as crazy about that as the first fly I was using. A lot of them are swimming right up to it and not taking it. But I mean, I caught probably 20 fish in an hour and a half. I'm not going to show them all, it's just too much of the same thing. But you got to look at this. Fishing the Z Lake's really good. If you hike up here and you're looking for some fly fishing action, if you're new to fly fishing, just want to practice, it's a really good lake for it. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for joining me on Wilderness with Amani. I'm going to take a nap now on this grass, get about a half hour sleep, and then see about maybe getting into some more fishing. Until next time.